Introduce yourself. Got to fire. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this desire. Do you hear the call? Coiling the wire. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this desire. I have found the catalyst, and I have found the catalyst, and you understand yourself. This is not a test. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this request. Do you wait for love? Put your acquiesce. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this request. I have found the catalyst, and I have found the catalyst, and you.
The Catalyst, that's our good friend St. Ricketts at www.saintricketts.com. It is
Hey,
the theme
guys.
song. It is the theme song to Wednesday night. And Yo
Love that
2.0.
song.
You got to love that song. Love those dudes. Great music as always. Me and Allie headbang a lot before we pop ourselves on the screen. And I love that about her, that she's a rocker. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday night. This is Yo 2.0. I am your host, Jeff the Shark Perini. With me for another Wednesday, looking absolutely fantastically, frighteningly sexy, the absolutely awesome Miss Allie Commissaro. Allie, welcome back. And again, an amazing job for your 31 days of Halloween. Good evening.
Yeah, I've been keeping up with it. With
sure have,
everything else
eh?
going on.
I know, right? And I promised I would share the photos. I'm a little disappointed. So if you get a chance, just kind of send me the photos and we'll lay it out on our pages and we'll spread it out because you do such an awesome job. You had a different one on earlier. You had a devil decide to change it up.
I had Locke from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Very cool. You do a great job, though. It's absolutely amazing. And some of them, like the mouth, like it's hard to believe your mouth is even under there because it looks like it's actually sealed on a lot of them. Even this one, it looks so natural. You're doing an amazing job.
Yeah, people keep like thinking that it is filters. So I keep, when I do my TikToks, I keep making sure that my hands like going all in front of my face. So they know.
Actually,
I'm
okay.
doing it.
So I saw the one earlier and I saw you were kind of doing the hand motions. I guess, okay, that makes sense now. Because no, that is not filtered. That is 100% pure talent, ladies and gentlemen. That awesome work. I love it. The hair, everything. And the best part about it is you coordinate the hair with the face. So I assume that you're a Halloween fan.
Honestly, in past years, I've been more on point with the wigs. Honestly, they're just annoying me right now. All my wigs were like put away. I do have all the colored wigs, but I fought with the green one for the biohazard look. Oh,
okay.
That wig and I did not get along. I ended up just nixing it and ended up getting like this green latex bag and like making it go down for the hair.
Very cool. I got to get cracking. Like we got the Halloween episode coming up in a couple of weeks. I got a Halloween party this weekend, one the following weekend. I have nothing yet. Typical fashion. You haven't even
decided what to wear?
Oh, I've got ideas. I've just put nothing together yet. I am the ultimate procrastinator. The ultimate, when I tell you. I am as last second gets.
Well, I just got Jackson's costume and I usually coordinate with his. So we have a pretty cool look for this year.
I'm sure you do, and I can't wait to see it. And because, like I said, if this is any like inclination what we're going to get, it's going to be awesome because you bring it here on our program. The first night you did it caught me by surprise. Looked great, and I love it, and absolutely love it. And I thank you for going through the effort for the program.
Aw, no problem.
We
I
have
really
a
love doing it.
and that's the best part about it is you really enjoy it. Like me, like I said, I used to use like I said, depends on the makeup you use. I use the cheap stuff, and it just sticks everywhere and
I've gotten
takes.
such a positive reaction this year. And I've done some pretty like outrageous things this year. But I just go all around. I go to the supermarket. I live my everyday life with it on. And most days I'm like in the whole cosplay to go along with it. People love it. I get stopped in the supermarket. People are taking my picture. I went into Five Below. I had a bunch of kids stop me when I was done up like barrel the other day. Yeah, it's fun.
So next year, me and my buddy, we missed it this year. We missed New York Comic Con. Next year, we got to go. You got to come along with us and put on something outstanding. That'd be
I
great.
swore if I went to the New York one that I would do Harley Quinn.
That's pretty cool. I want to
She's
go
like
this
my
year.
babe.
And if you don't buy the tickets the day they go on sale, they're like $300 and $400 on the aftermarket.
Yeah, there's another one like MonsterCon.
Yeah,
I heard that one's pretty awesome too.
there was one in Cherry Hill. There's a Monster Con. I was supposed to go there. I was supposed to meet Lydia Manson, who's a great guest on our program. She had to bail out last minute. Me and Jewel bailed out last minute. It got to be like this whole thing, but we'll get there. I love getting out and about and doing those things. So tonight, one of our great PR people, Beatrice Kimmel, said, "Look, I got somebody you absolutely got to get on your program. She's got a show coming to Philly. It's a Donna Summer tribute show called Forever Summer. And she's a Broadway singer, and she's awesome. She's going to be with us here tonight around 8:30. Her name is NKenge, ladies and gentlemen. So we're very excited to have her on the program.
Talent.
Tons of talent. Like, I'm almost blown away. I almost feel like not sophisticated enough for our guest.
I am blown away. I always wanted to meet someone that could sing opera,
Right?
and she can sing opera. Like, that's really impressive.
I'll tell you what, I've been a fan. Like, I was a J.D. Wolf, good evening, one of our great friends and fans of the program. He's in Minnesota. She's not worried about the Phillies game tonight. Howdy, dude. Good to see you. So, like Donna Summer, kind of grew up with it. Like, my mom was a fan and my family, and we listened to it. And kind of an underrated artist, a little bit.
My mom was going on and on about when she would go to the bars, like when she was in that time frame of her like party years, that song would play for Last Call at every bar she went to for years.
Sure. And everybody used to get that last second ditched effort, pump the ladies with some booze to try and take them.
The Last Dance, like
Yeah.
it's exciting. I always thought like it would be so fun to live in that disco era of just, I don't know, Studio
Yeah,
54 and all that.
I was a little kid in the 70s, but you remember some of the great artists. And I guess by then my parents were established. They didn't really go out. I mean, they went out, but not to like club and all. They went to dinners and stuff like that. So we didn't get that experience. And then, of course, the 80s was a great time. And 90s was a good time, too. And then early 2000s. And I don't know what the hell happened to us since. We have derailed.
It went down after Y2K.
Right? I really think where we thought, hey, we're safe. I don't know about that. I think something happened. We just don't know any better yet.
I just kept all my clothes from that period and just kept rocking it until they became popular again.
And that happens. A lot of stuff that's old becomes new again, etc. And kind of a shame because a lot of the stuff I got rid of.
I
Kinda
just
wish we would've
found it was like from when Hot Topic first opened, not trying to throw my age out there or anything, but I got a belt that it was a seat belt and it was rainbow. And everybody wanted one of these belts, and they like sold out right away at the one over at Montgomeryville Mall.
Yeah.
And I just found the belt the other day. I was like, okay.
So it was a seatbelt?
Yeah, it's a seatbelt.
Okay. How does that
It's
wear
just in my
exactly?
closet, or I would. Well, it's a belt that it
Oh, I get that it like oh,
together
okay.
like a seatbelt.
Leave it to you. You know what's funny?
I
And
wore it with my UFOs, which I'm trying to find a pair right now.
good luck. Amazon,
Oh, I
they've got
know.
everything.
Yeah,
Or
they're like ridiculous. I'm not paying like $200-300 for a pair of UFOs.
dude, I've been on
But
the hunt for Jordans forever, and all these links had the Jordans. I never get them. Number one, by the time I get in the drawing, they're out of my size, and it's just never going to happen. I just got to
that's
face
what
fact.
that happened to me with this Yeti cooler. They actually ended up sending it to New Jersey and acted like it was my address. Like they dropped it off and tried to charge me. And I had to go through this whole thing and like pull my friend who like is like a detective. And he went and found the address and like contacted the company. Yeah, it was a whole to do.
Yeah, Yeti's no joke either. That's not cheap.
Well, it wasn't Yeti. It was through one of those like third market companies. I should have known it was shady. The Yeti was cheaper than what the Yetis usually go for. So
There's two T's in Yeti. Y-E-T-T-I. I should have known something was up. Y-E-T-T-Y. Yeti. This looks very weird.
I do have one now, and it is pretty amazing. Like people go on about them and on and on and on, and it kind of makes you curious. Like they're worth the hype.
You kind of like oh, what's the grill? I can't think of the name of it. Who can give me the name? The real popular grill. I gotta find. I gotta Google it because it's gonna
I'm
drive me
thinking
crazy.
George Foreman.
No,
When you
no, a
say
little more
grill,
high
that's what
tech.
comes to mind.
It's not gonna come to me either. Hopefully, when I look it up, it'll pop up. It's gonna drive me crazy too thinking about it. Anybody? Whoop! There's a comment. Maybe somebody's got it. Hit me with it.
Ah,
Stuff saying JD Wolf, we're on grills now. We're past the Yetis. Help me out here.
we need
So
popular
it's
grill names.
it's like the most popular grill out there, and all the guys are like, oh, here, you gotta buy a. Boy, I can't think of the name of it now. It's gonna make me absolutely crazy. Let's go. How about popular?
It's just either a regular
Mhm.
grill or like a
Grill.
man grill. That's what I go with.
It'll come to me. Still not coming. Oh, Weber. Okay, Weber. He got it. JD Wolf, you're second late, but it did get a Weber. And everybody's like, oh, get a Weber. It's this, it's that. I'm like, I've got like this thermos grill that cooks just fine.
Dennis just texted me Weber grill.
I'm glad everybody did catch on though. Thank you. But Weber, yeah, and like I'm like, yeah, okay. And everybody's no, get a Weber. I'm like, I've got this thermos one that cost me $250 that I've had for 10 years that works just fine. And then I ate barbecue from somebody on a Weber, and I'm like, yeah. Good evening to my cousin Alicia. Thank you very much. We
Just
love doing
certain
a lot of
things.
programs. Yeah, there is like you're like, yeah, it's a name. It's just a name. Sometimes it's not just a name. Like even
Like I'm like that with peanut butter. Like I cannot substitute peanut butter.
no,
It's Jif or nothing.
really okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like
I'm
Jif.
really weird with it.
In my house, there's some all natural, nasty ass peanut butter stuff, peanut butter like product.
Well, I have a 9-year-old, so I mean, like,
well, true. You got to have the real deal.
and he likes the Reese peanut butter.
Really? Now,
Yeah,
does he
it
like?
tastes like the peanut butter in the Reese peanut butter cups. It's really strange.
Does he like the Uncrustables? Will he cheat with those or no?
He's not easy. Like he likes me to like make everything.
Of course. I don't mind
Like,
Skippy. No
he
crunchy
just
though.
started like he like swore off of hot dogs for a long time because he found out that they weren't that healthy, and he's like,
on.
"I'm done with hot dogs." Blah 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 blah. And I've been like, kind of trying to like get him to like try a hot dog again because sometimes it's just easier. Like if you're on the run,
Right.
like everybody's got hot dogs. Like you can always get a hot dog. But he did the other day, and he likes them again. So
There we
we're
go.
good.
He's back. He's back on track at least. I can't. I mean, I still love hot dogs at my age, and
You
I
know
get
what got it? That
I get that stuff.
chicken wing, hot dog and bologna. That song that's like trending all over the place. He's
Always.
like, oh, I'll try a hot dog again.
I mean, I like them. I'm a hot dog fan.
Hi.
I get a lot of grief from you know who because I'll go to Wawa and I'll just stop in and grab a hot dog. Like if it's a busy day. And I know how bad they are for me, but I also eat pork roll, I eat bacon. I
Pork
eat,
roll.
oh, baby.
Pork
No,
roll's
no,
the best.
I love pork roll. And it's got to be like well done. You could crisp the hell out of it.
Oh,
The heck was
bless
that?
you.
Oh,
My
little
dog
Miss,
sneezed.
little Miss Six is in the house. Good evening. Could just get her head. She bump her head up just a little bit. Oh, there she is.
Say hi.
My
No, you
dog's
gotta
hate
look
being on.
there. Gotta look there.
She's trying to lick your makeup off. Ah, he's actually looking right into the camera. My dogs hate being on, so you rarely get a shot of Henry and Hannah. Right now, mommy's home, so they're all laying on the couches watching some kind of crazy
she
Netflix.
she doesn't like to share the camera. If I'm taking a picture of just her, she's all about it. If she has to share the camera with me or I'm dancing, she has no time for it. Like there was one the other day that was hysterical. I'm dancing and she's face forward and all cute, and she actually like turns her head and like puts it in my armpit. Like I'm done. I'm
Wow,
done with this dance. I'm done with you. Put me down.
this
But
is my show. Get out. It's awesome. Our dog. I mean, a lot of people say, "How do you get such great pictures of your dogs?" I'm gonna tell you honestly, it takes like a solid hour to get one picture. They
oh yeah,
really
you got to
don't
take
want to
like
sit still,
50.
and you gotta wait till they're sleeping to really get, or when they just wake up and their heads kind of bobble. They don't know better. And you bam.
Six has those bad ears, so like I like make a weird noise and
Yeah.
then take the picture. Make
Sounds
a
like
weird
good idea.
noise, take like 4 pictures. Then we choose the best one.
So I've got somebody commented Peter Pan
I
honey.
thought that was going in a different direction there for
No,
a minute.
Peter Pan, Peter Pan honey. I never
Oh
knew they
my
had
God. Was that Kevin that
honey
texted
peanut butter.
that?
What's that?
Was that
No,
Kevin that wrote that?
it was John, the gentleman who praised
I
you
don't know.
earlier.
Ever since watching that Michael Jackson special, like Lost in Neverland or Finding Neverland or whatever it was,
Yeah,
I just can't look at the Peter Pan peanut butter the same. Honestly,
dude, you just ruined it for me too. Thank you very
sorry.
much.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. These
Now
things
that
happen,
now that low fat organic peanut butter is looking real good, huh?
right? Whatever the hell she's got, that cardboard butter is starting to look delicious. Oh my god, that's nasty. Yeah.
Jax is like, I'll the only like things that I'll get from that aisle are Skinny Pop popcorn, um, the Pirate Booty. Like, there's very few things. Me, I'm all about it. Like, I like organic stuff.
I'm kind of shocked how in this day and age, where everything is so like watch what you say, that there's a company called Pirate Booty putting out snacks for kids.
Why haven't they been cancel cultured?
Right? Cancel Pirate Booty popcorn. And while we're on that, let's play
Why
this
didn't
real
I
quick.
even think about that? And I'm a parent and I'd buy it. Didn't
I
even
th-
think about it.
when
I
I
just saw
first
the
saw it
pirate, thought of the pirate. Thinking
years
it's
ago, when I
present.
first saw it, I'm like, Pirate Booty. Sounds like you're eating Pirate Days. Whatever. We have a
I love it. I bought
Broadway
all the
singer coming on. We're talking about Pirate
I
Booty.
bought all the kids that like what's it? Liquid Death, the water that's in the
Yeah.
can. None of them would drink it. They're like, we don't want that. That water
It,
probably tastes bad.
it's not very good. It really isn't.
None of the kids wanted it. I think one took one sip.
We went
Couldn't
to
even get a picture.
when we were in Tennessee. We stopped at a kind of a convenience store along the way. And Cassie said, "Well, they got Liquid Death. Let's try it," because we're out for water, and it wasn't very good. So you can spare yourselves that. Eat pirate booty. Don't drink Liquid Death. I just said eat pirate booty right there on the air. It's like can't escape.
Or the Skinny Cow mint chocolate chip ice
Oh
cream thing.
no,
Oh, they're
no,
so
Skinny
good.
Cow. She's Skinny Cow too.
Really good.
I could taste the missing ingredients, aka sugar. I could taste missing sugar. Everybody tries to feed me sugar
hilarious.
substitutes. Everywhere I go, there's always a substitute of some sort. I want no substitute. Give me sugar. Give me milk. Give me the bad stuff. You get
I'm
one life. You
smiling
get one
too
go around.
much. I'm smiling too much. It's like moving my like face jewels around.
Let me see. Let me see the jewels. Oh, on the other side. Look at that.
Yeah, I cut it a little off, so it's like a little over my mouth. So if I go to
It's
take
very
a
cool
sip,
though. I'm surprised the dog doesn't like
Yeah.
try to eat at it though. Like when she'll use like a tanner for a base, the dog's always trying to lick it, etc. So let's get down to action. We have an awesome guest tonight who's made her way backstage. She's trying to get herself in a perfect position. I'm going to tell you, if you can hear me, you look absolutely fabulous. Perfect lineup, perfect setup. So we have a great guest tonight. She has a show that she has coming to our very area, Philadelphia, PA, October 15th at the Adrian Theater. It's Forever Summer, and it's a tribute to Donna Summer. She's also a Broadway singer and a super talent, a beautiful woman as well. We're just thrilled to have her out here. Let's welcome, ladies and gentlemen, NKenge to the program. Hello there.
Hi, how are you?
We are doing fantastic. This is really just a blast to have you here, and your public relations people, Beatrice and the group at Impact, were just so great. Said, "Hey, I got to get this guest on. She's got this show coming to Philly." I'm like, "Let's squeeze it. Let's find room. Let's find time." And I appreciate you a little bit of short notice getting here
you
with
want to
us.
start at night? You look beautiful.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Well, the show celebrating Donna Summer is definitely going to have a little sparkle on stage. So I figured I might as well bring it to the interview as well.
Nothing less.
It's excellent. We did a tremendous job. You do look fabulous. And I had the advantage of a man. Like I've got a co-host, a female on Tuesdays. Allie's been doing Wednesdays. And they're like, you don't understand. There's a lot of preparation. It could take an hour or 2 hours to get ready. I'm like, I brush my beard, I throw my hat on. It takes 5 minutes.
Oh, if we only had it that easy.
Tell me that. I do have it easy. No lie. I just put a little spray in it so it doesn't puff. But other than that, 5 minutes worth. So thank you very much for
I do
coming
have
on.
certain things down to a science, though. You pick up little things of the trade, though.
Yes, absolutely.
I definitely feel like TikTok has helped me a lot because they teach you all those little tricks.
Oh yeah, I haven't looked into finding out about the tricks on TikTok. I've just been enjoying all the music and the switching of outfits in millimeter of seconds and things like that. But yes, I'll have to look into the tricks as well.
We're gonna have Allie teach classes because I'm very TikTok illiterate, so maybe we'll have Allie teach us a little something about that. Let's talk about the big news, of course. They said Forever Summer is this awesome tribute show you're doing and paying homage to an amazing talent, Miss Donna Summer, of course, who was pretty much the queen of the 70s. The show is actually coming here on the 15th of October at the Adrian Theater on Sansom Street. Tell us about the show. Tell us what we can expect. Give us a rundown of what everybody can hope to experience in this show.
Of course, yes. I'm so excited to be bringing Forever Summer to the Philly area Saturday. This Saturday is like in 3 days. I'm so excited. I've done the show in other venues as well. And I would say that those who are curious as to whether they want to come see the show, if you like to have a good time, if you like to boogie to disco music, if you love Donna Summer, well, then this will be the show for you to come to because we do all of the hits. There's a couple of songs that I actually have the audience kind of participate with the chorus and sing along with me. It's just like a good feel all type show, especially
Sure.
with disco music. I mean, who can deny disco music? Even like the younger generation who wasn't living during that time period, that music has been like recreated in the new music. It's been, it's just amazing. I mean, it's timeless music. And Donna Summer is a woman that was so strong. I mean, very inspiring, very empowering, a mom as well. And I'm a mother, so I can relate to that. And just kind of did it all, was a mother and had an amazing career and was a songwriter and spoke German fluently because she went to Germany to perform and got her start there. So, I mean, she's just.
I was reading a little bit about you. I heard that you speak 11 languages.
Yes, I do. I do.
Wow.
German is one of them, and it's from my opera background. I studied and performed in opera, and when you're singing opera and all the new music that's brought to you, sometimes it's not always like the main four languages in opera is like French, German, and Italian. But I wanted to learn more, and I started singing in Russian and Portuguese and you name it. Like, you threw it to me, I was like, I don't know this language now, but I will know how to sing this language by the time of performance.
Well, Donna was in an opera house in Germany, wasn't she?
Well, here's the thing. Donna wasn't she didn't have like an opera career, but she went throughout Europe actually touring in musical theater like Hair. And she had that voice, she had that background. So not everybody knew that she could sing opera, but she could. I mean, I feel like Donna Summer could have done anything that she put her mind to. And she definitely had that opera voice and that love for opera. And that's another layer of the multitude of things that I connect to her as an artist.
That's amazing. I always get kind of because we have a lot of rock bands on and metal, so we get like an opera singer or gospel or something like that. I always feel like a little like I'm selling it short because it's just so overwhelming to me, the talent.
Wait a second. She has a whole list of areas that she does.
But you're also at night. You do Broadway and a lot of great critical acclaim. Great background and great stories and articles written about you and your talent, electrifying and just words like that, which is amazing. How did you get into opera? What age did you realize that you could hit that note? Because I tried to hit that note at a young age. I almost passed out. So I knew I was done. So how does one get to it one day and try to hit that note and realize they got it? Because that's an amazing talent.
It was by accident, really. I mean, I was
stubbed your toe?
Oh, I was like, yeah, exactly. No, it was one of those scenarios where I went to a teacher to teach me how to get a better technique when it comes to singing my R&B pop music. And then she decided that she was going to train me classically because she heard a potential in my voice that I did not know about, nor was I exposed to it at a young age. And she started training me classically. I started learning Italian art songs and French chanson and German lieder. And I was like, what's going on? And kind of lo and behold, I fell in love with it. I mean, there's nothing that you can't love about like the costumes and singing like with a full orchestra. And there's nothing that can compare to a concert where I've done Donna Summer music and Beyonce music and Whitney Houston music to like a full orchestra. And these musicians are just amazing because they can then, the same musicians that are doing like the Beethoven symphonies and all these requiems, and then they're turning around and playing, Last Dance and, Love on Top. So it's pretty awesome. And there's more musicians out there now that are doing it all, from rock to pop to classical. And with Donna Summer, this show really celebrates her journey and her life. It's I talk about like how she got started in the music industry and her collaborations, and with the likes of Barbara Streisand, and her tours, and when she did a cover of Time to Say Goodbye, and trying to restart her career again. And it's a really great journey that I take everyone on. So I'm talking to them about her life as well as celebrating her music and sharing that music on stage.
Sounds amazing.
Yes.
It's so fun.
Yeah, I mean, we want people to, like, I literally want people to get up and start, dancing when I'm doing, come on, give me high star this evening. I want people grooving with me.
Right? I don't know how anybody can. I mean, that's even that little snippet's
I went to
amazing.
a lot of musicals as a kid, and honestly, the ones that I really remember were the ones that pulled me into it, and that it were interactive.
Yes, you have to. I mean,
that's just fun.
Yeah, I want the audience to feel immersive. I want them to feel like they're going back in time, like during her journey. And I talk about how they would start writing these songs, like how they'd start with like just a bass line, and then they'd add a guitar, and they add like the synthesizer. I mean, they were the first to like add those different, mold those styles together, and it became like an entire movement, the way they recreate that music. So it's really fascinating, and I'm so happy that it's timeless, and people still enjoy that disco music, and people want to sample it all the time. It's great. Even Beyonce's new album like sampled one of Donna Summer's songs, so it's really cool. It's timeless, it's fun, it's energizing, and everyone's going to have a good time.
That's awesome.
I'm excited to see the fashion too. All the fashion.
Yeah, the fashion, definitely.
Oh, well, I do a costume change, so people do get to see two dresses.
Awesome. Do you do the big pyramid hairdo too, or is that kind of tough to get?
The hair's gonna be bigger. Yes, the hair will be bigger.
Awesome. That is great stuff.
Yes.
So you look at it as more or less a one-woman show.
It is a one-woman show. Yes.
Do you get the nerves, like all eyes are on you? You're doing it all night. There's no break. There's no in between. It's just you. Any nerves built in there?
Always. Like,
do you have any tricks?
Well, I mean, despite the years of doing this, there's always that level of nervousness, because it's that level of nervousness, and I wouldn't even consider it nervousness per se, but like excitement, like really nervous excitement. And so
every Tuesday and Wednesday night, so I get it.
Exactly. And I use that energy to that energy just brings it like to a higher level, right? And being able to share in that energy, and having the audience share in that energy. I mean, my tricks, I mean, shoot, if you start getting too nervous that you can hardly speak, just start breathing first, right? Like, do the basics. The basics, like walk, talk, breathe. You first start to breathe, and then everything else starts to kind of settle in, and just kind of feeling fully present, right? That's really, really important. Like, no matter, it's something that you have to learn, especially when you do Broadway too, because you're doing 8 shows a week of the same exact show, right? The same show every night. It's the same show to you, but it's not the same show to the audience, because there's different people in that audience every night wanting to see a show that's going to be fresh. And so it's very important for me as an artist to be in the moment. And when I'm singing a song, depending on how I'm feeling emotionally that day, that song may hit me differently. And so I may have a different interpretation.
I love your energy. She loves music. You could just feel it.
You feel it coming through you. Like, I know it's a a video format. And
Yes.
I wish we could sit live with everybody because I love getting that energy of just like the contact being that close. And that day will come when we go back to a studio atmosphere and just get that emotion, which is great. So honestly, though, like you said, you do all these shows in a night and then a week, etc. What kind of preparation goes into the voice? You have to be in amazing shape, like you said, to have the breathing, etc. What kind of practice goes into your vocal? Because you got to always be on. You can't take a day off and not have it be there. Like you said, the audience will notice.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, there's just a lot of sometimes quiet time is the best time, just having a space that you just kind of can be with your thoughts, right? And focus and hone in on like why am I doing this? What message am I trying to prevail tonight to these new people that haven't heard me sing this music
Wow.
before? There's a lot of internal, almost like meditational ways of kind of being in the moment. I'm always drinking lots of hot tea. Hot tea. Like I like to
Okay.
call it sweet hot tea because I put so much sugar in those teas that it's just like people are looking at me like I'm absolutely crazy. But I'm just like that sugar drive is like what gets me.
See, we talked about that earlier. Give me the natural. Right as you came backstage, give me the natural. Give me the sugars. I'm
Exactly.
gonna. Okay, I feel
I'm
better now.
like, I
See,
need the white sugar. The white sugar. Don't give
right.
me like the organic brown sugar or
Thank
the
you.
or the equal. No, I don't need. I need the real stuff.
I don't
So,
want to. I don't want to cut you off, intervene, but I want everybody out there to hear that a trained professional opera Broadway singer uses real, natural white powdered sugar. Thank you.
yes.
It's like a rebirth for me tonight.
I'm glad I got you there. That's great. We're there together.
So you've performed at some of the big name venues. Out of all of the places that you've performed so far, what would you say is probably your most exciting performance?
Who? That's easy. Carnegie Hall.
Oh, well, yeah, wow.
Carnegie Hall. I've had the pleasure and honor to perform there multiple times, and I've done both. I've done pop music there, and I've done opera there, and it was a very big. It was a very big difference and experience because the pop jazz music that I did was with the New York Pops Orchestra, and it was celebrating Johnny Mercer's centennial, and I was singing all these great classics, but I had a microphone because I was full orchestra and mic. You're doing pop music. You got the microphone, like head mic.
Sure.
You're dancing. You're doing your thing. And then I went back to Carnegie Hall to sing a classical piece, a new music classical piece with national concerts. And I only used a microphone. It was a piece about women's suffrage. And so I had to do a lot of dialogue as well as classical music. And so they had the microphone for me for the speaking, but I was not to use the microphone for the classical music, and still had the musicians there and like a full choir of like, I don't know, like 100 choir members like behind me of
Wow.
all ages. And wow, like singing without any amplification was a dream come true. Like you could hear like a needle drop in that hall. Like
Wow.
Carnegie Hall was built, that entire hall was built for classical music and for the sound to soar to like the very last seat in the top of the balcony. And it was remarkable to have that experience after being there doing Johnny Mercer and then coming back and doing classical without a microphone, and then be like, wow, like you can hear everything. Don't mess up. No.
Right?
It was wonderful. So I mean, whenever I get a chance to perform in that beautiful hall, which is so famous and have so many legends that have graced that stage, it's really humbling and very rewarding.
So that kind of leads us to the next. So what happens if you do mess up? How do you deal with it?
I try my very best to cover it up.
Do you pull one of those things from TikTok where you bounce?
I mean,
Just
fortunately,
laughing, but he has no idea what we're talking about.
Little bit.
I mean, fortunately, we try to rehearse as much as possible so
trending,
those
Jeff.
things don't happen, right? But like that's the thing with live performance. You never know what's going to happen. When I was doing Carolina Change on Broadway at Studio 54 just this past year, I was playing the role of the moon. And it was super awesome, yes. And I got to fly on stage. I was flying in a bubble, like a moon bubble. And one day, it wasn't working. And they were just like, so NKenge, the bubble's not working. So are you okay with like actually just being on stage? And of course I'm thinking to myself, well, that's what I normally do, but
Right.
okay. But it wasn't staged. I just had to make up the staging because we're already in our run. We had already opened. The director wasn't there. There wasn't someone to say, move the stage left when that happens and all that stuff. So I got to like do my own thing on stage, which was a little dangerous because no one knew what I was about to do. And it was intense. It was great. And it was a lot of fun, and so as I have a musical that I'm developing, a Dorothy Dandridge musical for Broadway.
Oh,
And
wow.
with that.
Oh, we were going to get to that one.
Yes,
I
yes,
do
yes.
the cosplay, and Dorothy's one of my go-to.
Yes. No, it's
Very,
wonderful.
very cool.
It's really, for me, it's really important to create stories and celebrate stories that aren't told all the time. And Dorothy Dandridge being the first African American woman to be nominated for an Oscar in the leading actress category, which was historical in the 50s. And she died at like 42 years old. She was so young and just gone too soon. But she paved the way for so many of us to follow in her footsteps. And
Sure.
it's very, very important for me to celebrate her and her life and her empowerment and her activism. And we got a chance to showcase that musical at Carnegie Hall in July. And so we're super excited about the results of that.
Easy to go from like one character to the next because you
Yes, that'd be
play
great.
very like you're doing something for Dangerous, right? Jazz? Are you playing jazz?
Yes. So yes, there is a new
Those
musical.
are very different roles and powerful roles. Like,
Yes.
how do you get into that?
I'm very drawn to very powerful roles, whether they're strong women or
Kind of
or
a movement, an activist person.
I mean,
okay.
yeah, exactly. Or villains, because Jazz in Dangerous is really a villain. People don't know it until later. But and then Dorothy Dandridge was an activist and a mom and a trailblazer, and Donna Summer again was a trailblazer in a later time and a mom as well, but also singer songwriter. So all of these women have different layers, and it's as an actress, it's really wonderful to be able to continue to challenge myself and touch on these women that have been so celebrated and but also some of these women that have been forgotten about. And it's I make it my job to make sure they're not forgotten.
I love it. And you do a great job, just like I said, with your vocal and your acting. It's all just one terrific package on stage, and you're truly an artist, which we love. Speaking of artists, you got to meet some people that are heroes of yours. I saw a picture of you and Alicia Keys. I would have fainted. I would have fainted because I love her. I think she's gorgeous. I think she's so talented. What's it like to, I guess, kind of rub elbows with people like that and be in the same industry and sing with them and sing their music? Do you get starstruck? You're kind of like, no, I belong here. So you're happy to see me like I'm happy to see you.
Well, it definitely is an energy thing, and when you meet different people, like your icons, people that like you're like, oh my god, I love them so much, and then you finally meet them. I don't think I went crazy. Like I didn't go crazy with Alicia, not crazy anymore, like to the point where like, oh my god, I
You
can't
went
talk
crazy
type
on the
crazy.
inside, not on the
Right.
outside.
Yeah, but she's so
Not
she's
like a
so down.
security thing.
Yeah, no, but she was
Billy's
so.
on
I
fire.
know. I'm like, oh my god, I love you. That. I mean, you're dying inside of like excitement, but you're trying not to show it too much, right? So, but here's the thing: she was so humble and so honest and so like cool. Like I was like, I mean, I could have talked to her for hours. Like she's that type of person, like that. Like, how you doing? Like, you doing okay? Like she was just so great. Like I can't talk. I feel like my awe of her and her as a talent and a as a musician, like just basically like skyrocketed several more levels higher because she's also a good person, a good human being. And
Right.
that's
That's
what's
important.
really cool. That's so important. And so I wish her so much love and so much respect. And she's a mom and she's a producer and all of that. She's doing it all and doing it with such grace. So yes, I absolutely wanted to make sure I had a good picture with her because I did a picture with her like earlier that evening and it was a little blurry, but I didn't look at it. And then later on I was like going through, I was like, wait, it's blurry. I can't have a blurry picture of me
Yeah,
and
I
Alicia
know.
Keys. And so I went back to her after all of that. And I was like a little reluctant. I was like, I hope she doesn't think I'm bothering her and stuff. And so I went back to her and I was like, hey, like, is there any way we can do another picture? I was like, the first one was blurry. She was like, I saw that was blurry. I was wondering if you were going to take a second one.
Ah, see, she's worried about how she looks with you. She's like, I got to meet NKenge. I got to look good in this blurry picture.
I'm so glad that you went over and asked for another picture.
Right? That's awesome.
Great. It was great. So, we took our pictures. I met, and it was at an event that I performed at, and she performed at, and Ja Rule was there, and Jamie Foxx. I mean, it was a whole lot of people that I got a chance to mingle with and talk to and just vibe, and that's what's really great when you're a performer and you're not just singing on your own, but you're at events that are celebrating other people and everyone's coming together as like a community to celebrate them at the same time.
That's awesome. And community is a phrase we always use here because everybody thinks it's competition. It's not. There's a lot of community. People want to see other people do better. When you perform in front of people like that, have you ever gotten somebody came up and said, "Hey, you're really good. Call us sometime. We'd love to have you," or anything like that?
I'm sure she has.
That has happened. Yes,
Oh,
that has happened. That something like that happened, which connected me to Barry Gordy, founder of Motown.
wow.
So,
Oh, baby.
you never
Yeah,
know who's in the audience.
absolutely.
And that led to me working with him and he being my mentor and doing Motown the musical on Broadway. So you just never know who's in the audience,
Yeah.
and it may not even be the artist, but someone who knows the artist and then connects you. So it's just, always be ready for
Right.
whatever
And
that comes to you.
and a lesson not so much in entertaining. Of course, always be spot on entertaining, but be spot on off stage. When you meet people, say, "Hey, you're great. Thank you. I appreciate it," etc. Because you don't know who you're talking to. I feel that. And I love that little piece of advice you laid out there. That's excellent.
Yes, absolutely.
So, just curious. So, since you're always on the move, what's your one go-to thing that goes with you everywhere, other than your phone? We'll count the phone out. I'm saying that other thing. Everybody knows that I always have my sunglasses. Always. Training,
Yes,
even when
yes.
I'm inside, always have my sunglasses. What's your go-to thing?
Well, what's really funny is like when I'm traveling, especially because I'm always traveling on the plane, um, I always have a blanket.
That's
I'm
pretty cute.
always
I'm not gonna lie.
cold. I'm always cold. Like I'm just like ooh, like I'm always wanting to have something warm and that I can just like cuddle with, and it's soft and it's like fluffy, and yeah, like I'm like Linus
I was going to
from the
say,
Peanuts.
I always wanted to ask a Broadway star. Is it a blanket or is it a binky? Come on, be honest. Is it like a little binky and you curl up in the corner?
A blanket. A woman. A
I
blanket.
know. I couldn't resist.
Yeah, no, it's like a blanket that I actually got from my mom, because from Hard Rock. She
Oh,
loves
wow.
to gamble, and so she used to get all this stuff from Hard Rock. She's like, "Here, honey, here's a blanket." I was like, "Oh, Mom, it's the best thing ever." That's how I react to a blanket. So
I
yes.
went out and bought a Snuggie. All my friends, all the kids made fun of me. I have a leopard Snuggie, and I have no shame.
Wow.
I will rock that thing. I'm always cold too, so I get it.
Yes. Yes.
It works a little more for the pretty women than the goofy looking guy like me to be wrapped up in a blanket. You see a girl wrapped up in a blanket, isn't that cute? You see me like, look at this knucklehead. I'm like, oh, look like a
It's all
grizzly
about how
bear.
you wrap it. It's all about how you wrap it.
Agree. That is absolutely amazing. So, songwriting and musicals and all that. What is downtime? Is there downtime? What do you do to relax? Are you always in your own head? Are you always kind of mentally performing, or is there things that you do to just kind of shut the world down? Besides your little private space, like you said, that peace and quiet.
Yes. No, absolutely. I'm addicted to spas. I love going to a good
Oh,
spa.
that's
I
nice.
love to get a facial and a body rub and to sit in a jacuzzi and just, yeah. Like I could get pampered all day at a spa. And forget about everything that's
What's your
happening in the
go-to
world.
spa? What's your go-to spa in New York?
There
Ooh,
you go.
wow.
Oh, it's a goodie.
Well, interesting enough, sadly, the spa has closed. They're no longer open. It used to be called York Spa on Broome Street in Soho. Um, I love Bliss Spa. Bliss Spa is good. I mean, Bliss Spa got popular through like, Sex in the City, I'm sure. But I love a good spa where you can go and then while you're waiting, there's like nuts and peanuts and drinks and all that stuff because I'm a snacker. So I love
Excellent.
coming early and then snacking before it's time for me to like get my facial and body scrub done and then going into like the steam room and the jacuzzi and all that stuff. Like I'm a sucker for all of it.
Very
Fun
cool.
question, because Jeff just posted this the other day. What's your favorite holiday-themed candy? It took me like 20 minutes to come up with an answer. I just want you to know. Like, I really
Wow.
put thought into my answer.
Oh, I know. Caramel apples.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
That's a different one. I made a select list and people got mad because certain things weren't holiday. Caramel apple was actually a great answer.
Yeah,
I like that's better than anything I had. I love that answer.
There you go. I love a caramel apple. It's so
one of
good.
those dough rolls.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and the caramel apples that have a little
like.
Yeah, the peanuts on them. There's some like the candy apples and all that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're so good. There's like a trick to cutting those. One of my friends on Facebook posted it the other day. It's
Smash them on the
amazing.
ground.
No, this like does it perfectly. It's a TikTok trick.
Oh,
TikTok
nice.
hack.
Because I've heard about those apple cutters too. Where it's just like
Yes. One of my friends tried it on Facebook and she's like, it works. The TikTok hack worked. And it
That's
As it
great.
was on TikTok, it's gotta work.
There you go. If it
Are
was
there,
on
You know what?
TikTok, it's got to work.
I
Exactly.
have to say the few things that I've tried that they've suggested have been pretty amazing. Those TikTok leggings, they make your butt look awesome.
And there's your public service announcement.
There you go. There you go.
Is there like do's and don'ts as far as a beverage or a food? Like for a voice like yours, which is almost like an athlete's body, like in certain ways to train. Is there do's and don'ts as far as what you can drink, eat, how, etc.?
You know, a lot of people get into their head about like what they should drink and should not drink or eat before performance and all of that stuff. I do feel, and people are gonna hate me for this, but I do feel that I don't believe in that. I think it's all in a myth. It's all in the
Wow,
head.
all right.
Because I also, here's the thing. I think everybody's body is different too, right? You
Sure.
got some people that are like lactose intolerant, right? So drinking a big glass of milk is not going to really work right before you have to sing. So there are, everyone has, here's what I would say. There are do's and don'ts based on your body. So everybody knows their body and how their body reacts to certain things. And so the do's and don'ts is going to be catered to who it is. For me, hot teas are really good, but every now and then, a nice can of Pepsi right before going on stage, will
Sure.
be great. Whereas someone else will say you can't drink soda before you sing. Probably not like 2 glasses full of soda, but I'll throw in a couple of gulps before and then I'm still okay. So, but I also think it's depending on what I'm singing to,
Oh, okay.
Sometimes if I know I'm going to be singing like an opera for 2.5 hours, probably not going to be taking that gulp of Pepsi right before I sing. I'll probably be switching it to hot tea, right? So sometimes it's depending on what I'm singing.
Wow.
Yes. But food-wise, oh my God, I eat everything. So I'll have fried chicken to French fries to salads. I like balance it. I love healthy food, but I also love greasy fried food too at the same time.
Absolutely. You hear myths about granted, I have no singing training, but you hear people say about potato chips and cookies, stuff that can scratch your throat or go down the wrong way, etc.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
That you shouldn't have cinnamon. Cinnamon makes it hard for you to sing.
Interesting. Well, and then we also talk about lemon. They'll say lemon is good for you, but actually lemon dries your cords. So lemon is good for drying out if you're congested. But if you're not congested, you might not want to take lemon if you want to feel moist.
Unbelievable. Not only is she a singer and an actress and an opera performer, etc., she's also a doctor, ladies and gentlemen.
Dr. NKenge. Oh my God.
Right? Man, why not Dr. NKenge? So I want to put this up again, the banner. Forever Summer is the show. It's a tribute to Donna Summer next Saturday, right?
No, this Saturday.
This Saturday. My God. Wow. So
in 3 days.
Jesus. This Saturday, October 15th at the Adrian Theater. It's at 2030 Sansom Street in beautiful downtown Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Make sure you come out and see NKenge. Now, you did mention the link to get tickets. It is here. I'll post it on my page because I don't think you can copy it from here, but go to Eventbrite. Tickets are almost sold out. NKenge said, please throw the banner up. We're almost sold out. Make sure people know if you're watching the show live, if you're watching it later on a replay, there is a chance to get tickets. I'll post it on my page and the Stoop Radio Network page because it sounds like to me this is going to be a show very much worth checking out. You're an amazing talent, and definitely would love to see you live this Saturday. Unfortunately, commitments, but I'd like to see you sometime very soon. I want to thank you for coming on. I do want to ask you something before you go. And if it's on the spot and you say maybe or whatever, I understand. Every Christmas, last 2 years, we did kind of a Christmas show where we had people come on, sing Christmas carols. We try to raise a little money. Last year, we raised a couple $100 and did a little drive. Would you maybe do us the honor of popping on for a few minutes, hitting us with a Christmas carol, doing a little talk for us?
Yeah, absolutely. Christmas is like the best holiday ever.
I agree. We usually do it with me and Jewel. Maybe me, Jewel, and Allie all get together this year since they all love dressing up. Last year I was Santa Claus with the sprayed beard, so I'll get in touch with your people about it. Beatrice and the gang out there at Impact are amazing. And they always bring us great people. I got to tell you, we're undefeated. They always bring great people. I was so excited to get you on.
Thank
A
you.
question that Allie's going to ask. Allie, I'll lay it out there. And if you don't want to answer it,
Yeah,
I get it.
I have to ask for all my guy friends. They want to know, are you single?
All the single ladies, put your hands up. Nope, I'm married.
Sorry, fellas.
She's taking Kevin. Sorry.
We talked about a pre-show. Now I was like, "What do you think?" I'm like, "You know what? If you work it in the right way, it was a good lead-in." But I'm sorry, fellas.
But
You are
I'm
beautiful,
very,
though,
I'm
and
very
talented.
flattered. I'm very flattered.
You should be. But
Yes.
our audience has good taste. You are gorgeous and talented, and whoever the person is that put
Oh,
that
I'm
ring on
so
is very
excited
lucky.
to see everything you have coming up.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And
Absolutely.
anyone
And
who
yeah.
comes to the show on Saturday, I do take time to meet and greet everyone after the show. So please get your tickets and come and say hello to me after the show and just enjoy.
Make
Yeah,
sure
that's
you get a
amazing.
clear picture.
Yeah, right. No blurries, no nonsense. If it's blurry, she will hunt you down and make
She
sure
will
you get a
take
proper
another picture with you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
www.nkengemusic.com, Instagram at Diva NKenge. Of course, she's a diva. She's a superstar. And Facebook at NKenge's Music. I can't thank you enough. And again, don't forget, one more time, you could catch her this Saturday night in our great city of Philadelphia at the Adrian Theater, 2030 Sansom Street, Forever Summer, tribute to Donna Summer. God, I can't even take it. It's going to be awesome. I thank you so much for coming on this evening, and we'll talk very soon. And like I said, we got Instagram messages. I hope you don't mind if I Instagram message you sometimes just to talk about maybe bringing it back, another project, and what you got going on. Oh, we lost her right at the very end. Oh, no.
I got it. Of
Oh, there
course.
you are.
Sorry. I got something happened with the thing, but yes, of course.
Okay. I was taking that as a sign of click. Like, no, dude.
No, absolutely not.
You mind if I message you blank? I'm like, okay, I think we got the answer.
Yes,
No, seriously,
absolutely.
you're a
Let's
class
keep in
act.
Oh,
touch.
but
Thank you so much for having me.
Certainly. Have
It
yourself a
was
great
such a
night.
pleasure.
And if we don't hear from you soon, enjoy your holiday season. But we'll try to catch you before the holiday. Do a little something, have you come on with us, and you can meet Jewel as well. She's another part of our team, and we just love amazing talent, and you definitely are one of them. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
NKenge, ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a great evening. Good luck this weekend.
You too. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. So we will remove her there. And Allie, I got to tell you, charming, talented, stylish. I guess so does a ring on that finger, you know?
I didn't know what to expect because she's done so much
Right.
iconic things. She was awesome.
She really was. Like I said, I get a little nervous because I, tend to say off-corded things, and sometimes I have a crude mouth. People say, then you get this class talent on. You're like, okay, Jeff, calm down, maintain yourself. Like we've had like cello players on, and I'm like, all right,
Don't do anything awkward.
right. Don't be awkward. But she's amazing. She rolled with it, and the smile is there, the laughter. You can tell she's enjoying what she's doing, even though it sounds like it's a lot of work.
Got Beyonce vibes.
Right. She sang Single Ladies for us here, and it's great. Super talent. And like I said, one more time, if you're out there, if you're watching live, or if you catch this on a replay before this, it is this Saturday, October 15th, the Adrian Theater, 2030 Sansom Street. It is a Forever Summer, a tribute to Donna Summer. And we talked about before she came on the
Fun.
Well,
You could tell she is looking to have fun this Saturday.
Oh, absolutely. And at least we talk about tribute bands. I went and saw a Depeche Mode tribute band a few months ago up in Sellersville. And even that, like the people they flood out of the seats and they're dancing. They love celebrating the music of their favorite artists with these amazing talents that bring it to life on stage. And like you said, she says, bring it back in time. You remember a time when life was different. Life was maybe simpler, or you were younger, or that special someone, etc. So yeah, I think that show's going to be electric.
I just loved her energy. She loves music and like the energy that's just coming off of her. It's great.
I agree. And that shows give ourselves a little bit of props too, because we went from Reign of the Hated, this metal band with this dark feel, to this pop star, opera, Broadway singing, disco
Talent.
era kind of thing. Yeah, so we go all over the board. That's what I love about doing the program. With the catches Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, it's the kind of stuff we do, man. We love our talents. We've always been blessed with great people. And a lot of people have said to me, "Hey, we need more Allie." And I said, "Nah, can't stand Allie," but I brought her tonight. Now, a lot of people
I'd
like
love to know what was running through her face when she saw my face.
right.
Because she didn't really say anything about why my face is painted. She's probably like, "Oh wow,
What kind of show is this?
this girl."
But it is beautiful in the spirit of Halloween, and it's almost like kind of like she knew and didn't even have to ask, because we're coming up on Halloween season, and you're an artist
I was
as
gonna
well.
bring up Beetlejuice on Broadway and kind of work it in, but she was so fascinating. I was like kind of
She
like
was
intrigued with
fascinating.
the stuff she was saying.
And it's happened the last 2 nights. Last night, the chat with our guest, Caitlin Patricia Weiler, a great actress, it went on for like 40 minutes before I knew it was over. I'm like, wow, like we went way past. And it's almost like she didn't want to leave. Tonight's the same thing. Like we went 35, 36 minutes, and it felt like it wasn't even close to being over. But it's just when you're that locked into somebody that great, you can just talk on forever.
I feel like that's been every show.
Very true. Well, we're good talkers. You love to
Usually like we have about 5 minutes left.
yeah, you like to dig deep though, and I love that. And Jules the same way. You like to dig deep and get all the answers, because we outline the questions, but you, like her, you do further research past mine, and you get into like the nitty gritty of stuff, which is really cool.
Well, from a girl's perspective.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
some weird as shit. So I mean, like, add the weird perspective and the girl perspective, like a different view.
I agree. I like that. I absolutely love it. And don't forget, again, I'm going to leave that scroll down the bottom for a while. If you want to check out NKenge, go to her website, check her on Instagram or Facebook, and just get to learn more about
Just
her.
Google
And
her. There's so
yeah, you
much.
can. Oh, yeah, you can Google. You would go on for a while. There is a lot. I try to condense it. I got to tell you, between me and you and the audience watching, it's a lot of work to prepare proper questions and proper topics, because a lot of these people have so much. You feel bad if you miss some of it. And maybe you're talking about things that are like, okay, that's good, but I got better stuff. So it's a lot of work preparing. It seems like we kind of go on the fly, and we do a lot. And me and Allie, me and Jewel, etc., a lot of things are done on the fly, last minute, kind of bring things up in our head, go with the flow of a conversation. But there's a lot of research that gets done as well.
Definitely.
You sound exhausted. Definitely.
A little bit.
It's gonna, there's gonna be like this tell-all book between the two ladies.
When you tell me that we're going to be talking about sports at all, I'm like, let me call anybody I know that knows anything about sports and get the 411, because I know nothing except
That's
for
what I kind of
Sixers.
did. That's what I kind of did last night, because a lot of my themes were all sports related. Because, like I said, the Phillies made the playoffs and the Eagles
I would have
were
been sitting
undefeated.
there like,
Right. And don't get me wrong, Jules done it before. Yeah, Sixers, who actually start in a couple days. Their season starts. Very excited for that as well. Yeah, love me some Sixers. I love all
Then
Philly
B,
sports.
you know you want to come on the Yo Show.
I know, right? He does. I used to know a girl. Not, I still know the girl. She used to be the personal chef for Joel Embiid.
Let's just
Like,
start harassing him from every outlet.
right? And I'm like, what are the chances? She's like, don't even ask. I barely talk to him. I cook his meals, because when he had that problem where he was eating fast food all the time.
Well, he really likes Rihanna too, so let's just tell him Rihanna's on, and
There you go. You'll have to do a makeup thing where
she
you look like
could be
Rihanna.
coming on.
She could be.
Could be coming on the show.
I heard it's her favorite show. I don't know how
Or
true.
we could find another girl named Rihanna.
My wife's best friend is Rihanna. We could have her come on and just announce.
Rihanna's coming on the show. Come on,
Get
Embiid.
JoJo in here. Rihanna's on. Hello, Rihanna.
Oh my god, he would be so fun.
Oh, yeah,
look at that.
no, There's a Joel right as we speak. I'm a
Process,
massive Embiid fan.
process.
We're pretty
How's Ben
fortunate.
Simmons doing now that he got traded? Not that I
Um,
really totally care, but I'm kind of curious. Like,
So there's this running joke where the Nets had kind of like this.
oh, I thought Simmons was the running joke. Sorry.
Well, he is, and trust me, I defended Ben Simmons, so it hurts to say, but they had like a meet and greet with fans, and like the team was kind of putting up like funny shots, and Simmons does a jumper and airballed it. Like he missed everything, and the whole crowd is just laughing, and it became a social media pounding on him that he still doesn't know how to shoot a jump shot. You know.
Well, he refuses to practice with the team. Of course not.
Exactly. I mean, Allen Iverson bitched about practice, but Allen Iverson could play. He deserves to be that way because he can
There's
perform.
no AI.
Exactly.
He is not on that
No.
level.
But we're lucky, like I said, I consider ourselves as a city very lucky to have a guy like Embiid in our city because he's definitely a top 5 player in the league. And we have good players like Bryce Harper's with the Phillies, etc. But you get a guy like Embiid who's just such a cut above the rest. It's very awesome to have him in our hometown. If he wasn't in our hometown, I'd probably hate his guts because it does say a lot.
Yeah,
He could be a
definitely.
jerk. So let's keep him here.
Oh, Tatum. Like, I would probably love him if he was on our team, but I can't stand him because he's
absolutely.
on other teams.
Not just any other team, Boston, which is pretty much like your arch rival. So that
Yeah, I
definitely,
know.
But he's great. And I hate seeing players that are great that don't play here. It happens. And Giannis and the whole ball wax. But like I said, we're lucky in our era to have like Julius Erving played here, Charles Barkley. We've had some great legends come through the town. Embiid, like I said, is probably my favorite Philly athlete.
They're all just exciting to watch. Embiid, like, he just lights it up, and everyone that's kind of with him, it's just, I don't know. I enjoy it. Nobody
agree.
really likes to watch it with me though, because I'm like a guy watching football. I am screaming at the TV.
I'm okay with that.
Everyone's like, even my son's like, "Why are you yelling at the TV?" I'm just like, "You yell at the Xbox. I can yell at the TV. They didn't make the shot."
Right. I also yell at video games, so I get them there. But like I said, like sometimes on like a weekend when the game's on a Friday night, come on up this way. We'll grab a beer and we'll hang out, watch the game. I love watching games. I love watching with people that appreciate it. My wife is getting into football. I've reeled her into football a little bit, and she's not really a
If I
basketball
went to an
fan.
actual Eagles game, I feel like I would be more into it, but I haven't been to an Eagles game. Just throwing that out there into the universe.
If anybody out there has an extra ticket, care of the Yo Show.
But I mean, watching it on TV, I mean, other than bigger games, yeah, no.
I don't actually like going to football games. I know that sounds weird. I like being home for the football games. There's a lot of armchair quarterbacks out there that want to tell you how it should be. Let the guys do it. If anybody has that extra ticket, look up Violet_Vixen with 2 X's on Instagram and invite Allie. Or maybe we should have a win-a-date with Allie. You got to have an Eagles ticket.
I've tried to do that for years, and everybody told me it's too dangerous and that I can't do it.
Yeah, let's put it this way. You're going to need 3 tickets because I'm probably going to have to go too because we need a little chaperone.
I tried to do the online dating before, and let me just tell you, like, it did not go well.
Yeah, I can imagine
guy
that.
spoke like Rocky the entire time. He took me to Applebee's, wore a trench coat, a black leather trench coat. It wasn't on Halloween. Not Halloween. At all. Talk like Rocky the entire time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I was like, "Do you like Rocky?" No. Really? Because you've been talking like him the whole time we're at Applebee's. Then he turns to me and he's like, "Do you want to pay for half of this?" And I was like, "You invited me. I'm not paying for half of this. I didn't even want to come here.
Well, you know, in all the times in my life, I've had a lot of dates, good ones, bad ones, etc. I never once have mentioned a Dutch, a chip in. It's embarrassing, especially if you ask a woman out on a date. And I'm going to tell you, Allie's a catch, folks. So don't be sitting there messaging her saying, "Hey, I'll buy an Eagles ticket if you buy
Guy,
one."
and he knew it. Like, I was not feeling this guy. And my car just happened to be in the shop or something. My car was somewhere. Either someone was borrowing it or it was in the shop or something. So I didn't have my car. I'm literally texting my dad, like, Dad, I'm at Applebee's. This guy is a freak. I need you to come down.
We should start it. That's actually a good idea. Start a save me service from bad dates. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Like, call Jeff. I will bail you out. Bad date. And I come in like I'm your dad, or I come in like
I will run in and act like I am about to give birth. I need you now. We gotta go.
Not a bad idea. There's always
I've done
a
that so
business.
many times for so many of my friends through the years. I was always that person. They would text me like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
Or
it's
like
scary.
if the guy was like too drunk and they like did not want to go home with them and they needed an excuse, I was always the cock block, I guess. Can I say that on here?
Yeah, you say cock.
Cock block.
Cock block.
I was always the cock block.
Remember the picture we showed before the show of the world's, what was it? The world's biggest cock? What that was, that thing? But yeah, you can say that on here. But yeah, I mean, like, I've been on dates. Like, when I first went on a date with my wife, we went to Iron Abbey and she's texting
My
and
friend used to work there. He used to be the
I,
main chef.
I love that place. And she's texting and I'm like, who are you talking to? She's like, that's my dad. I'm like, here we go. Like, I figured she's trying to get the hell out of there. Turns out she just has a very close relationship with her father. That's good. I'm like, her dad. Okay, I guess this night's over. So
My dad just writes back. He's like, he's talking like Rocky. I'm like, yeah. He's like, does he like him? I was like, no, I already asked him that.
he doesn't like Rocky. He just likes talking like Rocky.
Oh, it was so strange. Even the waitresses were looking at me like, do you need help?
Give off that vibe. Waitresses out there, don't mess around. You can tell when somebody's struggling. I'm going to, what I'm doing right now, in case anybody's wondering, I'm snapping a couple of photos. I didn't prepare these, but I do want to try to talk about them. I know it's going to be kind of hard to see, but I want to just lay out a couple pieces of Allie's amazing work. If you could see some of these, I took 4 photos from your Instagram page. Just want to show everybody the amazing work you do. And I'm going to post them, like I said, at the end of the season.
Yeah, we're up to day 12.
Post them all.
And if you guys have any ideas, you can always send them to me. I'm always up for requests.
Start with that one. Amazing. This one is that. What is that one? I love this one.
That was Oogie Boogie.
That is great. Like when I tell you the face design.
That's like the cartoon Oogie Boogie.
Okay, it makes sense. Like I said, some of your face looks like it looks like your lips aren't even there, and it actually looks real. Like if you look, get all the way up in there, you barely even see the lip. Like it's so amazing. This one was the one you had earlier today. That one's incredible. And if you look, if I get you all the way in, you can roughly see the lips. But if you look at it from back, it looks like your face. Like it looks like your smile. The work is so good. And then there's this one that I love also. The work is just so great. And they're just so amazing. I feel kind of bad that I didn't put them up in actual camera.
I got to do shock tomorrow. I'm missing the one Halloween kid.
Yeah, JD Wolf, she does great work, dude. And
thank you so
really
much.
It's awesome. It's Violet Vixen. I'll send you the Instagram if you want to follow her. JD's very cool. He's a big fan of the show, watches all the time, and he's a good dude. And he also likes to promote us through his people, and I love that, dude. We appreciate it. And now he's super cool, and I love the work, and I love the fact you come bringing on the show like this. And like I said, the guests are probably like, but it's freaking great. I could imagine being like a guest and come on and be like, oh my gosh, what's the matter with this poor girl?
Can you imagine being my son? Like Jackson goes all around with me like this. Like I keep having the conversation with him about like people's reaction. because some of them that I do are they're horrific. So I mean, like, even though we're all used to it around here,
Yeah.
when we go out, I mean, I've had women look at me and be like, "You're hideous," and I'm like, "Thanks."
Yeah, right. That's the point.
Halloween.
I mean, I hate to keep. I'm obsessed with this one. The mouth is just so great. The lip work and all is perfect. And it took me
I
a
woke
little bit
up
of
very
time.
early to do that this morning.
It took me a lot of time to actually find your lip in there. They're blacked out, but it's just it looks like a mouth.
My
Man.
friend sits here and watches me do that. I'm gonna do a tutorial. I really need to do a tutorial. I've been saying it for years. I've
TikTok,
done
baby.
like partial, yeah, I've done like partial tutorials, but I just do everything very strange. So like it doesn't look good until the end.
I get
I
you.
mean,
Okay.
like in the morning, I'll wake up and I'll start it like for the 31 days. I'll start it before I walk my son up to the bus stop. So I mean, like
You're
when
walking
I'm
you
walking
walking your
to the
son to the
bus
bus
stop,
stop all done up?
yeah, I'm looking real. They all know me. They all know me.
Okay, I
Like
get it.
my friend, the guy that lives on the corner, he's known me for 20 years. I mean, they all know me around here, so it's just normal. Like they're like, "Oh, it's Allie."
That's freaking awesome. I love that. Can only imagine. But you're the cool mom.
Yeah, sometimes I try
Well,
to be.
there you go, coolest mom on the block, right? I'm thinking the same thing. I'm
Aw.
thinking a couple of the senior dads are like, here goes Allie. Yeah. They're checking you out. It's okay. You can admit it.
It's
That is
funny because I'll have people like beep at me at the bus stop, and I'm blind unless I'm wearing glasses. So I mean,
same.
I won't know who it is, and I'm like, are they beeping at me because I look weird, or are they beeping at me because they know me? Like,
Tough.
unless I know your car, I don't know it's you if you're beeping at me. Just saying.
We had probably about a year or so ago, Joel and I had on Jennifer Taylor. I don't know if you ever watched Two and a Half Men. She played Chelsea on Two and a Half Men.
Do I
And
watch Doing It?
well, great, 'cause that's like my favorite show. So she played Chelsea. She came on our show twice, and I said I don't really get asked to do interviews, so it was really cool. And she started talking about, when I take my kid to the bus, I'm standing on the bus stop. I'm like, wait a minute, you walk your like Chelsea from Two and a Half Men, like one of the sexiest women around. You walk your son to the bus stop and standing. I'm like, how many dads come driving down the street and stopping and looking out the window? She's like, none. I find it impossible to believe.
Well, we have like our mom vibe on in the morning. I mean,
That doesn't stop
there's
men. I
like
got news for you.
other girls, and I watch them. Yeah, but like, I look like I'm homeless when I'm going out to the bus stop. And during the 31 days, I've got like crazy half face makeup, and I look homeless. And usually, I have this like huge robe that I got from Black Craft Cult, and it's called a ritual robe. And the thing's like huge. I look like something evil in the
Wow.
morning. So I mean, like, I don't think anyone's really stopping to hit on me per se at the bus stop, but
You'd be amazed. Us men are very simple people, very shallow.
you never know.
Bottom of the sixth inning, 2-0 Atlanta. 2 outs. Braves have 2 runners on. So 2-0 in the sixth. Phillies, of course, 1 game. 1 out there in Atlanta. Atlanta, tough team. Still plenty of innings. A couple innings left for the Phillies try to catch up in game 2 of the playoffs. Got that in real quick. Had to. Everybody bitching about the tomahawk chop. I get it. Nobody likes the tomahawk chop. It's annoying. It is. So, his wife loves Dix, though. Heard a lot of Donna Summer. This young lady is beautiful and very impressive. That came from your friend John. And yes, she was. She was really, really excellent. And wish I could get out there and see her, but
Hi,
unfortunately I
John.
have. And hello, John. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, we still got time. Thank you, JD. It's early, seventh inning coming. We've been pretty clutch this entire playoff, so I like what I'm saying. Now we talk about gory, we talk about horrifying, and I don't know what kind of tolerance you have for horror. I don't have much. But a new movie has come out. It's a sequel. It's called Terrifier 2. And apparently this movie is so gruesome
Anybody
and
see
so
Terrifier
graphic.
1?
I never even heard of it, but I
Never
heard
heard of it either.
there's this sequel out that it has audience members fainting, vomiting, basically running for the exits because how graphic and gory it is. I saw the trailer. Okay, looks a little weird, a little sickening.
I don't know. The only thing that really got me was in Hostel with the back of the foot.
Ooh,
When
yeah,
they
that,
cut that I can't really deal with like that. I had a hard time. That was one I actually looked away. But I don't know. I
was gonna say,
guess
like,
because I
what
do
is,
the make. I guess because I do the makeup and I know it's a movie. I
yeah,
guess I kind of look at it differently.
that makes sense. I don't really do horror movies for the sense that even though it is fake, and everybody says, "Dude, hang in there, it's fake," it still can be pretty gory and graphic. And apparently, this movie is so bad that people are like throwing up, like right in the movie theater.
I don't know. Some people have weak stomachs though. Like, I mean,
What do you
I don't
what do
know.
you consider the scariest movie you've ever seen? Since you're a little more of a different level than me when it comes to horror movies.
You're gonna laugh really bad, but I would probably say The Birds.
Okay, no, that
And the
see that
only
to
reason I
me,
say that is
that's an amazing
because,
answer though.
hold on, I have taken over at my parents' antique store because my dad had a stroke. So I've been over there and I'm about to close up to go get Jackson off the bus. And a blue jay decided to fly in the shop the other day.
Oh my god.
This thing wouldn't even let me in. I couldn't even get my purse. I couldn't get my phone. I'm crying on the phone with Dennis and my aunt. I'm like, it's lunging at me. It's lunging. Like the thing was like violently coming at me, and I felt like I was in that movie. And then I walk outside to get a breath after the blue jay. I had to leave it in the shop and come back and have two of my guy friends get it out with a net later on. It was till 6:30 I was dealing with this bird.
That is
It looked
that's
really big. I thought it was a huge bird, which I told my friends. Here it was a baby blue jay. But when it was coming at my face, it looked huge. But when I walked outside to get a breath, a cardinal flew out of the ground, almost flew right into me. I'm like, what is going on with these birds? And then
out of
my
the
aunt's like,
ground?
it's because there's a storm coming. Yeah, it like flew out of ivy and like almost flew into me. It freaked me out so bad. I've got like tears running down my makeup, and everyone's like looking at me like, why are you overreacting? And I'm like, there's a bird in an antique shop. It was in the general store with like 500 billion breakable things. And the
Wow.
thing is going berserk. And everyone's like, just try to like,
She's
like
shooing outside.
it wasn't chewing. It was flying at my face. And then I read on the internet that they go for the eyes. Like they have
Ooh.
something with eyes. I had sunglasses on and the thing was still coming at me. Yeah, it was horrible. I had my hoodie. I had a hoodie in my car. It was hot that day. I had my hoodie up over my face. You got to picture this. On a main road, may I add. Anybody who saw this, it was hilarious, and you're welcome because it was very entertaining. I had the hoodie
Anybody
up,
film this?
and the bird, I'm not about bird violence, but like the bird was attacking me. So I needed to get my purse and I needed to get the lights off in the showcase that the bird was right near. So I got the only thing that was near the door because, of course, I put the broom back because I've got OCD. So it was all the way near the bird. The only thing I could grab was an ice scraper. So I am going through the shop with an ice scraper going, please don't fly into me so I don't have to hurt you. Sorry, 6. And
Oh,
yeah,
poor
I got
chicks.
my purse and everything, but yeah, it's been like an ongoing joke for days because I was panicked.
Would have been
You should
funnier
have
if the
seen
bird would have grabbed hold of the broom since you hit it in the
Kevin.
corner.
I was like, Kevin, you've got to go in the shop. You've got to go in and get this bird out. I'm crying. I'm having a panic attack.
Oh my
Like, I
god.
was like, it's going to attack me. So it was out on the he got it out to the porch. He's like, that that bird that you're claiming is like a vulture that's attacking you. Because I'm like, it might be a crow. I'm not sure what it is. He's like, it's a baby. It's a baby blue jay. It's just scared. You
Russ, they're
scared
probably
it.
more scared of
And
you
I'm
than you
like,
are of it.
I don't care. Like, that thing was like coming violently at my face. I mean, it was like diving at my face. And my hair, everything gets caught in my hair. Like, if a bee comes near me, I've got to worry about it getting caught in my hair before stinging me because that's a whole mess. And all I keep thinking is, oh my God, this bird's going to fly at my face, get stuck in my hair. It's going to attack my face. I'm not going to be able to do my 31 days. And I've got to go pick up my son off the school bus. And I can't show up with a bloody face.
I don't know what's funnier, the story or the fact you keep saying birds flying at my face. That's it.
It
That's
was.
usually a good social life for a lot of females. I don't know. Dude,
Well,
that was the story that was. It is funny. I hate to laugh at you, but it is a funny.
Mackenzie said moist, and I kept
Yes,
my
she
mouth
did.
shut.
She did, and I'm
Moist,
proud of you.
and I wanted to make a comment so bad, like,
Oh, I was
hello,
boiling.
yes, girl, say moist.
I was kind of
But
bubbling. I'm like, come on, Jeff. And at the same time, I'm
I
like, all
was
right,
like,
Jeff.
yes, she said it, and she said it with, like, divaness.
Now I'm thinking, do you think the Yo Show and Yo 2.0, you think our reputation's out there that she said, all right, let me throw a little jab at them, see what they do? Because she was like, moist. Almost like she leaned into it, and we just kind of like,
I know. I wasn't sure because I was like, man, this could turn really dirty, especially with them being able to write in comments. I'm
I
like,
was
I
like,
don't know, but
I'm waiting for you. You're waiting for me.
it light me up a little bit when she said it. I was like, you know what? Power to you. Because whenever
Exactly.
I say that, everyone's like, ooh, why'd you say that?
I wanted
Moist.
to.
Oh, I hate that word. Well, I hate Christmas music. Oh well, we all have to deal with our
We'll have
things
our
we don't like.
shortcomings. So
Yeah.
my answer was going to be as far as scariest movie, and your friend John had
We
mentioned as
got
well.
way off topic.
No, we did, and that's okay. But I only got back to it because he said The Exorcist, and The Exorcist scared the ever loving hell out of me as well. Terrifying
I
movie.
just thought of mine.
Oh, okay. Well, let's have because the bird.
Go
That's
ahead.
actually good.
No, you say yours. I'll
I said
say mine as a
Exorcist, and I don't want to say it anymore because just the thought of that movie just creeps me.
Poltergeist. Poltergeist scared
Yeah,
me as a
that's
kid.
scary.
I don't know about now. It wouldn't be that like I don't know if it would scare me as much now, but as a kid that I was petrified of mirrors for like a good month.
Can I tell you how long it took for me to eat chicken again after the scene where the maggots come out of the chicken? Like every time we had chicken for dinner, I would always like rip the skin off and I'm looking inside like for months, years, like ugh. So I get you. It was creepy because like some of this is based on true events. And that's kind of where The Exorcist gets me, like based on true events. I'm like, what could be true about this? Like a little girl with her head spinning around. Like that shit scares me.
I am that girl that literally I'll watch something on TV and then I'll be like kind of stuck in a situation that makes me feel like that. Like my ex-boyfriend, for example, makes me go and watch he makes me watch Shark Week shows.
All
All
right.
week for Shark Week. Yeah, but we're in Florida. We're in Fort Lauderdale with
Yeah.
sharks. He made me
Yeah.
go out on a kayak. I'm like literally like sweating. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this. He's like, I just paid $65 for this kayak. We're going out. And I'm like, there's a huge turtle. There's huge sharks. No, no. And he's like, what's the turtle going to do to you? I was like, I don't know. It's bigger than me. No, you made me watch all those sharks eating all those people. No, 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 no.
Oh, that's
Mm-mm.
scary too. So he mentions The Omen. I don't know if you ever seen the original The Omen from 1973. It's a movie about a little kid who's actually born like the devil's child. He's got the 666 on his head.
Creepy.
So one of the scenes in the movie, and John says he worked for a glass company when the original Omen was released. Not the scariest, but someone gets their head cut off with a sheet of glass, and they do in the movie. Like the guy, so things like that in movies. You see scenes like that will make you not want to work for a glass company or be a priest when a girl's head
Well,
spinning around.
depending how much they're paying. I mean,
Well, I guess so. You got to die of something. Oh my God. So all that over Terrifier. Apparently don't go see Terrifier 2. I saw the preview. It didn't look that bad, but I'm queasy, so I'm going to assume
what's
it's
it
bad.
rated?
I don't know. I assume it's got some kind of NC-17, I would assume. Speaking of Halloween movies, I don't know if you believe this or not. We talked about it last night. I'm going to run this past you. Jamie Lee Curtis says this is the last Halloween movie she does with Michael Myers. Halloween Ends, which comes out in a couple days. Are you a fan of Michael Myers and the Halloween movies? All 100 of them?
I love Jamie Lee Curtis. So
Same.
whether or not it's her last, I love you, and I am right there with you.
I love her too.
I
And
haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
yeah, I don't know. Has it come out yet? I think it's going like I think you can stream it when it comes out. It's like the new thing now. Instead of going to
thought my
movies, just
friend was
streaming.
saying that it was out, but I haven't had a chance to. I didn't get a chance to watch the last one. Dennis was just watching it the other night. I didn't get a chance to watch Halloween Kills, so I have to catch up on that one before I would watch this one.
Yeah, now they're all, instead of numbers, they're just having names. Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends. Guess they ran out of numbers. I get it.
Yeah,
And
it's kind of hard with Jackson with those kind of movies. Like
sure.
I have that one's on my list. The newest Rob Zombie with Captain Spaulding before he died.
Night of a Thousand Course or
No,
No?
it's the third one.
Oh my God, it's not gonna come to me. I got it on the tip of my tongue and I can't think of it.
Not Devil's Rejects, not House of a Thousand Corpse.
I can't think of it. Where's everybody at tonight? Come on, JD Wolf. I know you know it.
Something 3 or I don't know, but
Three
I
from
have
Hell.
that one. 3 from Hell.
3 from Hell. Okay.
I knew 3 was in there. That one's on my list of movies that I'm gonna watch as soon as I get a second.
If you get a second. I heard the new Monsters was horrible.
No, what?
That's what I heard. I haven't seen it. I heard it's horrible.
And who told you that?
You see people on Facebook complain about it. I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
Well, let me just tell you, I watched it and I loved it. Loved
Okay, good.
it. Sherryman Zombie, love you.
Mm-hmm.
It was excellent. They kept with how the Monsters was.
That's how it should be.
Like, if you watch the TV show, you get it. Like a lot of these remakes, they make it like new age. They kind of did that, but not. They kept with the old feel.
That's
so.
Cool.
I mean, I
definitely
understand why
see it.
some people wouldn't like it, but I mean, Herman was corny, and the dad was always making fun of it. Like, I don't know. I loved it.
And that's kind of like the new the Wednesday Addams show, like the Wednesday show. It's very much. It's very much like her from the previews. It didn't try to deter too much. She's just a creepy, morbid young lady.
And so many people are talking trash on that online. I'm like,
of course.
It looks great.
It looks great. She looks great as Wednesday. I'm excited for her. I'll watch it. I was always a fan of. I love the Addams Family. I love the Monsters. I loved all those shows back then because that's hard. That's my brand of horror. Comedy, laughing.
The Monsters was so good. Like I'm glad you brought that up because I really thought it was really good.
I'm glad. So I will see it. I definitely want to see it either way, but a lot of people were ripping it, and I don't know. A lot of people rip Rob Zombie stuff. I guess let's go to this.
I love him, and I don't care.
So do I. I'm a big fan. Let's go to this. I did this last night. I didn't have anybody with me, but I saw this thing on Dr. Phil with cancel culture and certain phrases or words. And I'm going to put this graphic up, and you and I are going to play with this a little bit because some of it makes sense. Some of it makes no sense whatsoever. And you see some of the phrases. I don't know if you can see that very well. The one that gets me canceled words or phrases. Yeah, I do. Good looking out. That's not even my TV. It's somebody else's. But yeah, I do have a curved TV. But that's somebody else's. Good call. But some of them don't make any sense. Like, help me out. I'm going to lay 3 of them at you, and maybe you can explain to me why. Brainstorm, mom and dad, peanut gallery are the ones that really stick out to me. I get some of them, like master bedroom. Okay, the slavery thing. Powwow or tribe. Okay, I get that. I don't get mom and dad. I don't get brainstorm. I don't understand that. Mom and dad?
I didn't understand what are the other ones because I didn't understand any of them. I think I say all those.
Okay, so they have ghetto, which, okay, I get. Gyp or gyp, which I guess is supposed to be like a gypsy. Low man on the totem pole. That's in Indian. I get it. Tone deaf. I guess they say
I should be canceled then because I say most of these.
I say most of these, and I kept saying it last night. And somebody, my buddy, texted me and said,
"Why is mom and dad? What is wrong with mom and dad?"
Thank you. If anybody knows why,
what is going on?
Mom and dad, like grandfathered in. That's a canceled grandfathered in. It's not saying grandfather's an asshole. It's just saying grandfathered. Okay, like it's a elderly clause or grandfather clause. Mom and dad. What is so wrong with mom and dad?
I don't understand. Or low man on the totem pole. I mean, like, I don't know.
People say it. I guess totem pole is.
No, I have noticed. I have been trying to, like phrases that I learned from my mom because my mom is like the phrase queen.
Same.
She's got phrases like for everything. And some of them like don't make sense to me. Like sleep like a baby. Babies don't sleep that great.
So basically piss myself and scream and yell. I could do that.
I understand why I'm sleeping like a baby. Like I'd be sleeping like a corpse. That would be sleeping like hard.
Maybe we'll make our own.
Yeah, but we'll get like canceled.
Yeah, sleeping like a corpse. That's morbid. I think it's kind of good. That's not bad. Let's think of some others. Like happy as a clam.
Yeah, are clams happy? Like, can anybody verify that?
Just besides the big, it looks like they have a big wide smile, but then you'll get canceled because it's perverted. Clam. Stop it. See, JD Wolf likes that one. Sleeping like a corpse. I'm writing that down. I'm using that, damn it. It's an Alley original. Hashtag Alley original. Sleeping.
You know what word I love? It's like kind of inappropriate, but it's just one of those words. No, not moist. Twat waffle. Like, I don't know what like started this word and like where it like who put these two things together, but you're awesome. Like
it's kind of like, you know, the old Reese's commercials. You got your chocolate and your peanut butter. You got my peanut butter and my chocolate. You got your twat and my waffle. It is a great, I use it. I don't even know why, because it sounds nasty. Now, not swamp waffle. That's a disgusting direction.
No, that doesn't sound good.
It's like a mixture of swamp.
That's canceled.
Yeah, that's canceled. You're out, JD. You've been canceled. But now I don't know if you ever Googled it, and if you've never Googled it, and I say it, don't do it. Was it blueberry waffle?
Don't ever Google gold box either. Don't ever do that. Moms and dads, Roblox. You know there's a gold box in Roblox, and your kids will look that up. That's not what they're gonna find if you don't have a parental lock on it. Just saying.
I assume it's got to do some of the young lady pissing on somebody. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's not. a Roblox thing.
See myself at. You're not canceled. We love you. We can't cancel. You're awesome.
We were just talking about gold boxes. You're fine.
Yeah, gold boxes and blueberry waffles. Don't Google it. I swear to you, it is freaking disgusting. But now, another one I say that everybody loves is.
Do you know how many people are gonna look that up now?
Yeah,
everybody's gonna have
blueberry waffle. If our YouTube gets as hot as it's been lately, with like 1,000 views per episode, it's gonna be a lot of people very disappointed. Gold box, blueberry waffle. It's gonna be a rough day in your search engine. That's all I got to tell you. You've been warned, though. We have warned you beforehand. I wouldn't do it. Holy Jesus, I wouldn't do it. Allie's crying. Her makeup's gonna start running.
I know.
I use ass hat a lot, and everybody loves that. Like, that's hilarious, ass hat. And I don't know where it came from, but it's like my favorite insult. Like, guy's a friggin' ass hat, and people love it.
That is a good one. It's right to the point.
Ass wipe is a good one.
Like, you don't really get the full, like, asshole. You don't get that privilege.
Right, you're not quite that.
You're the ass hat. That's perfect.
It's like a big dunce cap in the shape of an ass.
Yeah, you're the cover for the ass. Yeah. Yep.
I do like twat waffle. I've said that before. We got them all. Sleeping like a corpse, twat waffle, golden box, blueberry waffle. We're really just corrupting our crowd tonight. And to think, about a half hour ago, we were talking opera and classical music. We derail so easily. I really don't know how.
We're showing the class.
Right? What hat goes with an ass? What hat doesn't go with an ass? Apparently, a Philadelphia Eagles hat. Whoa, but I just insulted myself. That was good, though. Man, I tell you, that was a rough last few minutes, Miss Allie.
I know.
Good.
We've been on here for a while. Like, if I made one mistake and said that an ass hat goes on, come on, JD.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, man's cock wins first prize. I am gonna just smear that all over social media. I'm cracking up every time I see it.
Google ass hat.
Yeah, let's Google ass hat. Let's see what comes up.
What comes up?
Let's try. We should do a new segment on Wednesday nights. Let's Google blank. And people give us things to Google. I tell you what, I'm not Googling. Yeah, you know it. Two things I'm absolutely.
Waffle.
Oh, there's actually, look at the second one. Look at that hat. I eat ass. There's ass hat. Ass hat. Oh, it looks like a Parliament logo. Ass hat company. So apparently there's another I eat ass. I eat ass. Grown ass man. Nah, boo.
I wonder what would happen if you put that in the Amazon search. Amazon, like, their suggestions, they send me the weirdest things. Like socks that look like chicken legs that have like separate toes. Like, why am I putting two toes in each thing? I don't even understand it. Who would walk like that?
I'm buying this hat for myself. If it has tits or tires, you're going to have a problem. Yep. Yeah, I like that. Camel towing.
The Christmas event.
There you go. I've got a whole Santa costume for that. But there's very much a I eat ass hat. My wife would not let me wear that.
It's Santa.
Right? And you can put the Santa beard on and,
Yup.
I eat ass. So I got some beef. I actually put, as usual, the Halloween costume crunch is upon me. Because like I said, I don't have my costume yet. And my friend Erin came out and said, it's the same time every year. Thank you. I don't have a costume. I'm being ripped by my friends for not being prepared.
I'm giving you a countdown every day. Like, well, I count up to the day, actually. Oh. Sorry, JD. I caught myself that time.
So, no. Terrifier 2 has a 17+ rating. And it's no longer called master bedroom. It's now called primary bedroom. Thank you, John.
Yes, I do know that. Yeah, I do know that. John was saying that from the Digest magazine.
Yeah, primary bedroom. Okay. I mean, if it matters that much. 17 plus to see Terrifier 2. I know I'm not going to be seeing it because I got a hard enough time paying $20 for movies. It is, let alone one that's going to make me vomit.
I
Faint.
wonder if that one
vomit.
comes in the 4D.
What, Terrifier 2?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I'm never going near it. I'm honestly not touching it. I'm afraid of it. I'm not going to lie.
I wonder if like horror movies come in that 4D because that would be kind of crazy. Like they splatter blood and you get like misted.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea though.
I'm just
Misty.
wondering, like, has anybody been to a horror 4D movie?
So once you're misted, does that mean you're moist?
You would be moist then.
I'm going to start using that instead of moist. Misted. Yeah, new segment is let's Google it. I'm telling you, and we'll have audience throw stuff at us to Google, and we'll Google it, and as long as it's not X-rated, we'll have to show it. That's
Most
why I
likely,
don't
even if it's X-rated, we'll show it.
probably, except Blueberry Waffle. I guarantee that's not happening because I'm gonna vomit. No, I don't need to vomit. But let's Google it. Wednesday nights here on Yo 2.0. That's freaking hilarious. I actually love that. A question I had for you. I actually had two. One we'll go through real quick. The other night on Monday Night Football, it was the Chiefs and Raiders. There was a sack. The referees got the call wrong. They called it roughing the passer when it really wasn't. Commentator Troy Aikman comes out and says, all right, it's time for the NFL committee to take the dresses off and call the game for what it is, a violent contact sport. The majority of the world, of course, catch this, was offended by the phrase, take the dresses off. I ask you, I know you're a little different breed of female. You got a thicker skin. You're a little more hardcore. Do you see a bad offensive? Is that sexist to you?
I mean, it's Troy Aikman. I mean, he was a cowboy.
Right. It's strike one.
I mean, yeah, I can see why it would be offensive. Am I offense to it? No.
Right. My wife
But
wasn't either, but you know.
I mean, I don't like him to begin with. So, I mean, like, I wouldn't really listen to what he has to say anyway.
Your
He's like
face
a
offends me, Aikman.
horrible commentator, and he probably just lost his job by saying that. So, I mean,
You might have. I didn't find it. I mean, and everybody says you're a guy. You shouldn't find it offensive. And I'm like, what if he said, take the tuxedos off? I'm like, well, that's stupid. I guess it is. I didn't see it, but a lot of people were really taken by it. It's just this awful thing that he said. And I mentioned it last night.
Also, are any of the men that he's referring to, are any of them gay? Or are any of them trans or drag? Or, I mean, if they have something to be offended by him saying that, I don't know. I think that's like a guy thing to say, kind of.
Yeah. It used to be the phrase Mary, and everybody says, calling a guy Mary is sexist. And yeah, I guess I don't say stuff like that really. I could give a rat's ass, but got a lot of heat for it.
Yeah. What's this whole thing about something with if to the staff that work at the places, like they can push like charges on players now?
Well, here's the thing that happened, and I'll hit you with
part
this.
of it, so I don't really totally know what I'm talking about.
Gotcha. So what happened, there was two different instances. A guy a couple weeks ago ran onto the field, and he had a pink smoke bomb, and he was protesting something. He's running on the field with this pink smoke bomb, and a player hit him and knocked him down. Okay, number one, he's not supposed to be on the field. That's illegal. Number two, you don't know what that smoke bomb is. So the player is trying to defend not only his teammates, but everybody in that stadium. That guy's pressing charges. The other night, it was a player from the Raiders walking off the field, and a guy with the camera and the microphone and all shoves this giant cone of microphone in his face, blocks him from going up the ramp. So he gives him a shove, and the guy claims the shove was so hard and violent. I spent the night in the hospital, and now people are calling them thugs. To me, if you're not a
They're trying
player,
to get money. They're trying
right?
to get money.
Right, and now they see two people doing it, it's going to happen again. You're going to keep seeing it. To me, if you're
First
not a
of all, I
player, get out of the way.
don't know how either of those would stand up in court. Like the one guy was running at him with a smoke bomb, so
Right.
he felt threatened. Like he should be glad that's all that happened to him. Because if you were running at me or like my friends or people, like yeah, I'm taking you out.
Right.
And as far as the cone, I mean, putting a cone in someone's face, like if you're invading someone's personal space, they should be able, like, I do believe that you should definitely tell someone you're invading my personal space, back up. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't think you should use violence, but I mean, if you
so
feel threatened, I feel like you should be able to defend yourself.
so they give him misdemeanor assault, the one with the cameraman, Devontae Adams. But like, it's like this round plastic cone and the microphone. And all right, so if you're trying to get the perfect picture and perfect sound effect, you don't have to block. I mean, the game just ended. His team lost. He had a bad night. He's pissed. I get it. It's his job. Don't block the locker room. Let the guy get in the locker room and end his night. He just worked a
Well, not
3-hour
to
shift.
mention, they have like thousands of fans screaming at them and jumping at them, and I'm sure they have crazy shit happen to them all the time. That, I mean, if somebody put something in my face in that situation, I would definitely. I mean, look at The Bodyguard, the movie The Bodyguard.
Yes.
That
Good
guy
call.
was looking from a mile away. You know what I mean? Like, just because this is a bigger guy, and I don't know, it's still invasion of space.
I agree. And normally I'm not quick to run, and I'm big into sports. So I'm not quick to run to say, oh, the athlete's right. In this case, I think the athletes are. Adams is a little less right for the shove, but Wagner, who knocks this guy down, who's charging the field, more power to you, dude, because it's illegal to be on the field. Not supposed to be on the field. Period. If you're not in the game, you're not on the field. Period.
That guy should be charged for going on the field.
Thank you. That guy should be the one.
Yeah,
with
he
criminal
trespassed.
charges. Exactly.
He
Not the player.
trespassed in his personal space.
Thank you for feeling that. And I knew if I laid it out to you, I'm glad you brought it up because there's one more thing I want to bring up before we go. We're already running a little bit past time, but that's okay. I've been watching some movies and TV shows lately, some real good ones, but it seems to be a lot of violence towards women. Now, I watched The Luckiest Girl Alive with Mila Kunis, based a lot on gang rape and her story and a shooting at the school that she went to. I won't tell you a lot about it because you got to see it. It's awesome if you haven't seen it. It's a great movie. Blonde, the Marilyn Monroe movie, the biopic. Rape scenes, forced abortion, graphic. Handmaid's Tale, which is an awesome show.
Stuff she went through, though.
Right. It is, and I get it. It's a little more autobiographical, I get, but the graphics of the scenes. And then Handmaid's Tale, of course, was an awesome show, but it's based a lot on female violence. Is there an accession of female violence in TVs and movies right now? Like, I know back in the 80s with slasher flicks was always cool to have the chick run through the woods.
I'm gonna put it this way: SVU, Law and Order SVU, is one. It's one of the top shows, and that's because there's a lot of sick shit on there. I mean, like, I know I watch it every week, or I tape it, and some of them make my skin crawl because I'm like, shit, this could happen. Like.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same point, I mean, I love my crime shows.
Makes sense.
I don't really like to see women being raped per se.
Exactly. And
I feel like in the shows they kind of like brush over it.
Right.
Like they'll show you enough so you know what's going on, but they don't like take it to the extreme.
Yeah, these Netflix films, and of course, Handmaid's Tale shows a lot of it. And the one with Mila Kunis I was just mentioning, Luckiest Girl Alive, had some graphic, and it it makes me a little queasy to see that scene of a forced situation with a girl screaming for her life. It makes me uneasy. And the Marilyn Monroe stuff had it too. And I was just like, man, there seems to be a lot of it lately. And it's hard to watch. It is
I
tough
feel
to
like
watch.
it's always been there. Like there's that the house on the left or whatever.
Yeah.
Like there's quite a few movies. I mean, I remember one years ago, An Eye for an Eye. I don't know if
Okay.
you remember that. That one is pretty intense. And I mean, I feel like they've always been there, but I feel like people are more into it now,
Mm,
unfortunately.
yeah.
I can't say anything because I watch Law and Order SVU like
Yeah. The
all the
phrase,
time.
the phrase you said that people are into it now makes you wince, but you're right. Like people are
People want to know about serial killers. They want to know about sick individuals. Like,
that Jeffrey
look
Dahmer
at that
show went over like
tiger. Look
gangbusters.
at
I couldn't watch
Tiger
that.
King. Look at the
Yeah.
Tiger King. Look at that man. What? I've never even watched it. Like,
Me
I
neither.
mean, I know enough from like seeing stuff online, and my friend, a couple of my friends watched it. But what about that is like fascinating to me? I don't know.
I get
I
you.
don't
I'm
know.
with you there. I'm with you.
I didn't understand the Tiger King thing.
I never watched it myself. I don't know. Man. So we have more Yo 2.0 coming up in the next couple of Wednesdays. We have guests lined up. A couple of our PR people have a lot of guests lined up, so we don't know exactly who's coming on the 19th. But the 26th, I'm going to announce this one. It's going to be really cool, and I hope Allie will join me here. She is the host of the Honey Metal podcast, and she's going to be with us. It's Lexi Swarm. She's going to be here on the 26th on Yo 2.0. She's super cool, just a cute young lady. I love her. She's got her own podcast. She works with the band Sepsis, who's good friends of ours. She's going to come on the program, talk about her show, and kind of powwow with us on the 26th. Wednesday, Yo 2.0 in 2 weeks. Except we have one next week. Guest to be announced. PR people are working on that. Of course, Tuesday night on the Yo Show, Meg Russell, a great local musician, will be with us. So we got a lot going on. You people are watching us on YouTube, flooding in the views. We love it. Check us out on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, all that good stuff. We ran past time, so let's prep to get out of here. A massive thanks to NKenge. Make sure you check her out. Like I said, man, her link is down the bottom.
She's
Find
so
her.
cool.
So cool. And check out the Donna Summer tribute show coming to Philly this week,
Saturday.
Saturday night. And let me prep the music here. A little share screening. This is so like low tech. I got to figure out how to make this faster without me going through all the motions here. It'll happen one of these days, I'm sure. Let me reset that. Make sure the volume's all the way up because I always turn the volume all the way down. There we go.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for watching.
Exactly. Big thanks to everybody who watched. Huge thanks to the lovely Ali Commissaro and for sharing the 31 days of Halloween with us with another great makeup job. Let's not leave you until we look at it one more time. Love it. Sensational. Always a great job. We love having you on, Ali. Thank you for joining us again on this Wednesday night. And we'll see you all next Wednesday night. If everybody's good, we will invite Ali back again for another 31 days of Halloween and see another great paint job. Until then, have a great night. I'm going to take you out of here with St. Ricketts. The song is The Catalyst, www.stricketts.com. I'm Jeff. She's Ali. Have a great night, everybody.
Have a great night.
They do this
Happy
right.
Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day. I'm going to totally phase us out. There.
I love this song.
So do I. I love this band. Good night, 6.
rock.
Introduce yourself. You're doing a fire. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this desire. Do you hear the call? Coiling the wire. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this desire. I have found the catalyst, and I have found the catalyst in you. Understand yourself. This is not a test. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this request. Do you wait for love? Put your acquiesce. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this request. I have found the catalyst, and I have found the catalyst in you. Chemical reaction incinerates the gravity. I found the catalyst in you. Yes, there will be days when the sky is gray, but I will remain. Catalyst in you. Chemical reaction incinerates the gravity. I found the catalyst in you. Introduce yourself.